Hey, it's producer Parker, and today Nivens sits down with Katie Mayberry in the basement of her very cute store called Shop Local KC in Brookside, at Shop Local Kansas City on Instagram. She also runs Strawberry Swing Indie Craft Fair, and check that out at Strawberry Swing KC on Instagram. She's quite a delight, and a very lively conversation ensues about everything to do with Kansas City, kids, life, the Royals, superb owls, beep boxers, no, not beat boxers, and more, brought to you by Border Brewing Company. The Prince of Possum Trot, the Mayor of Gullytown, a Kansas City kid. Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuned in to Kansas City with Jason Nivens.
Stars are coming, run, fetch my lightning rod.
Science City upstairs through the gift shop.
Yeah, now it's Jurassic
parents'
World.
nightmare.
It's Jurassic World right now.
We went there recently. Credence was super excited for those of you that are trying to figure out what we're talking about. We're talking about Science City, man.
We are.
Science City at Union Station. Because this conversation started off air about historical places that you have been into, doing what you do. What is it you do?
I own the Strawberry Swing Indie Craft Fair, as well as Shop Local KC, which you are in my basement of, in historic Brookside. So we have two storefronts.
Yeah.
And so Strawberry Swing's a maker fair.
Yeah.
The original.
The OG.
The OG. And you've been to a lot of them.
Yeah.
Or some at least.
That's the first time I ran into you since our many years ago hanging out in Manhattan, Kansas.
Oh my gosh.
What a wild.
Oh my God. I have not been back there. I've been back once since graduation.
We drove through a few years ago from a road trip in Matfield Green, Kansas in the Flint Hills.
Oh my gosh.
And
beautiful.
Flint Hills are gorgeous. But like, it was weird because it felt like, I don't remember it being like this. Like,
Is it all like modern and different?
It didn't have the same vibe as it did. And I know like we all like, especially with history, we get super nostalgic. But,
we do.
But I saw you in Weston.
Yep.
Alex was pregnant with Poppy at the time, and now she's 4.
Oh my gosh, that's wild.
Saying her brother's a motherfucker. the new one is calling him a fucking asshole.
Oh my God. My 9-year-old is saying some choice words now, especially when he's playing games. And I'm like, bro, and he's like, you say it. And I'm like, I do.
Right.
And I was like, you use it in the right way. But sometimes
the context, I know.
What would your teacher say if you said that in front of her? And he's like, Mom, I would never.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, that's always been the thing. Ever since my kids could talk, they've been swearing. And it's always like, who taught them that? I'm like, their mother.
Yes.
It's always
their mother. If you hear the creaking, that's because we're in like the oldest building. Like even these Brookside buildings that we're in, they are so old. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know the exact amount of years they've been here, but a very long time. And there's tunnels underneath them because there was like, I think it involved a little bit of prohibition.
Probably.
Because when I was looking at this space, I looked at a different one that was around the corner and there was a cavernous basement under it. And I was like, I love this so much. And it had like bathrooms and like bars. So I think there was like some type of crazy stuff in Brookside underneath this shopping center.
Yeah, I mean, Brookside, Waldo, was it Morningside, things like that. Those were all
Crestwood.
They were all born from the streetcar back in the day. Awesome. You know what I mean? And that's I mean, I can go on and on and on about like, oh, it's great we have a streetcar again.
We
do. Shit, what do we used to have?
I'm excited that we have it again.
It's nice.
I wish it would come all the way up here now.
Now there was discussions about extending it on the trolley trail.
The trolley trail that had it originally.
Right, but I guess there was some pushback from some of the people in Brookside and Waldo. But I'm also hearing now that there might be discussions about potentially looking into doing that. So I don't know. We'll see.
I would love it.
I think what comes of it.
I would love it. I love it.
I saw you in Weston.
Yep.
That's what made me go, oh, you're Strawberry Swing. You're like, yeah, I am.
I'm the Strawberry Swing.
And then I just happened to be in Crown Center recently with the littles. And they wanted to check out your shop because they wanted to buy all the things. And then there you were. And I was like, oh, that's
mine.
You. So when did you come up with this? When did you start this?
So Strawberry Swing 2011.
Okay.
A friend of mine named Heather Baker, actually I didn't know her at the time. She created like an Etsy group. You know what Etsy is?
Yeah, of course.
And it was like all people that make stuff in Kansas City.
It's like eBay for artists.
Yes.
Right? That's
and
right.
she loved the song. So do you know what Strawberry Swing is? It's a song by Coldplay.
Yes.
It's like one of the 12 most hourly pleasing songs of all time, apparently.
Okay.
But it talks about the perfect day. It's like, don't you want, it's really sweet.
Okay.
It's talking about the perfect day. And it also has a line that's like, everyone's walking in a straight line. Don't you want to veer off? Don't you want to go a different way? And that's kind of like what we do. Anyways, Heather moved to Denver and I took it over full time in 2013. started in 2011.
Okay.
And then I told her my goal was to just grow it really big. And so I did.
Yeah.
And in 2014 is when we got like so much attention. We were on BuzzFeed for like top 13 indie craft fairs in America. And we were number 13.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It just kind of went and exploded from there. And so it's been a long 16 years that I've been part of it and running it, but I'm still doing it.
I was thinking about this today. I feel like, so I moved back to Kansas City around 2004 into downtown in 2005. Pretty much stayed in downtown with a stint in Westport, which to me is the southern tip of the city. You know what I mean? Like it really is. And you know, like there was a collection of us that would run around downtown. The Power and Light and T-Mobile hadn't quite grown up yet. But obviously First Fridays was happening.
Martini Corner was the place to be.
Velvet
Dog.
Yeah, right.
I mean, before it was what it is now. It was so fun.
And then I feel like, and you probably know more, once the Royals took center stage in 2014 with that run, and then back-to-back in 2015, and then the Mahomes era started with the Chiefs, I felt like the attention to Kansas City, not just for barbecue and not just for our two sports teams, which of course we obviously have the Kansas City Mavs and the Comets, and obviously Sporting KC, and now the Current. And
the Current, because of those things that you're just talking about.
But I feel like people started to take notice of Kansas City for more than just barbecue and sports. And it does seem like, I mean, obviously you've got Tech-9 and the attention he gets as an artist, but it does seem like there's a lot of attention on things that people might not consider like, oh yeah, that's Kansas City for you.
It's a lot of amazing art, and Hallmark is here. And so Hallmark, so when I think it was 2015, Holiday Swing, we used to do it inside of Union Station until COVID hit. And then that's when things all, changed. And when I launched Shop Local KC, but originally, when we were down the Grand Hall of Union Station, Etsy, again, I'll bring Etsy up, they used to sponsor us, which was a huge deal back in the day. Yeah. And they did that before they went and became publicly traded, because once they became huge, they didn't do that anymore. But they used to be so great. And they would send someone from Brooklyn to the event, and they would like pay her, or she paid Etsy. It was part of our sponsorship. She would buy her own lunch. Right. And she would literally hand deliver like these boxes we had like done through Broncato's at Union Station. She hand delivered them to every maker and met them. And like, she came back and was like, this is better than the ones in Brooklyn. Like, what is going on in Kansas City? And I was like, dude, a lot of them work at Hallmark during the day. And so like you have a lot of the most talented artists in the country at Hallmark back. I mean, things have changed so much in the last 10, 11 years, but a lot of them have a side gig. And so she was just like, this is amazing. This is so funny. Her husband like reported her credit card as getting fraudulent and stolen because she was buying stuff at all of these makers. And so it was like square, because that's what they use. And he was like, someone stole her card. But really she was buying stuff, to take back to Brooklyn. So like, everyone just loves our artists and our makers. And back then, no one was really doing what I was doing. So like, we were. So
you got some competition
now. Oh my God, yes, so much. People are literally copying my website and my words. Excuse me. It's just like I never really talk about it because whatever.
Try to take the high road. Like, I get it, but still
copying my words that I worked so hard on. That I got my K-State journalism degree and drafted these words. Like, it's rough, but you know what? I'm still there. We're still going strong. But back then, there was really no other places to go but us. And now there's a lot more. So that's good though. Also because a lot of different artists can be seen. And I mean, the worst thing that would happen to me back then was I had to cut people. And so I hated that.
Oh man.
I'm not going to lie. I would cry. And my husband would be like, Katie. And I'm like, sorry, I just hate this. Like, I hate having to tell an artist that I don't have enough space. So like having more things is actually good because more events, more maker markets, everyone can like be a part, you know?
So what makes you decide where to go? Like I saw you in Weston, obviously Union Station is Union Station. Yeah. That's kind of a no-brainer.
No-brainer.
But and where else do you
pop up? Like, so, that's another thing that's happened.
Brookside Art Fair, is that something?
Well, no, we don't do that, but fingers crossed, we'll be in Brookside sometime.
Come on, shops in Brookside.
We partner with a lot of venues. Our biggest partner lately has been J. Rieger Co. They've been awesome to work with. We've done a lot of stuff there. We went indoor. The other places where I partner with have kind of like done their own thing now. And so I started there. And then they kind of have either renamed my event or, used my wording and then called it their own. And so I'm no longer, I was at City Market outside for the big event, not anymore. I was then at Crown Center for the big event, not anymore. Hallmark's doing that now. Yeah. Union Station launched a indoor light show. So we can't do it down that grand hall anymore. But I would love to go back there during the summer. Yeah. So now I basically do just like outdoor venues. So we just did the West Bottoms last weekend. That was super fun.
I saw that. I did see that.
Yeah. We worked really hard with the Historic West Bottoms Association over the last 5 years to partner with them to kind of do some creative place. I call it keeping. Everyone else calls it making. I think you should call it place keeping because the place was already there.
Yeah.
You didn't make the place.
Yeah. Okay.
But we partnered with Spray KC, which is American Shamans nonprofit. And we did over 5 years. We muraled everything under the overpasses at 14th and Hickory during my swing events. And so now it's like people don't tag it because it's beautiful art that's down there.
Yeah.
And each piece had to like tell about the history of the West Bottoms. So it's just really,
cool.
It's been really awesome to do that. And then we even like named it Liberty Courtyard. And so we got a cherry picker and one of the artists painted Liberty Courtyard. So this whole space that was like a parking lot that no one did anything in is now like
right by the
event space.
The walking path.
Yeah, they put a rain garden there too.
So it was pouring down rain a while ago and the kids like need to get out of the house because they were just fighting each other.
So we just
so we went down there and they could run around because the overpass is there and it was great. And then a bunch of like lowriders showed up, so they were checking that out. And
Deanna,
skateboarders and stuff.
who owns Latino Arts Center, she also partners with West Bottoms Association and does Latino Art Fest down there. Okay, and does a lowrider thing once a month.
That's cool.
Or has been. I don't know if it's.
I saw the. I think it was Golden Gloves. Youth boxing underneath I-35 and Cesar Chavez the other night.
Oh my God, that's
it was so cool. I mean, it was
so that's like West or Crossroads? West side?
No, that's categorically West Side because it's underneath I-35 and it's west of Broadway. So
I love that.
Yeah, and it was food trucks and
like
tables and
normally
bleachers.
nothing would be there. So it's like so fun to activate these spaces.
And it also too, I think it was great to see like these, one of the videos I took, the kids probably were 8 or 9 boxing, headgear, gloves and all that.
Oh my God.
But they learned how to fight. They learned respect. They, at the end of it, they gave each other a hug. I was like, dude, that was awesome. So
I didn't know about that. Take my kids.
And I got to figure it out because I don't know if it's ever like once a month on a Friday because it wasn't a First Friday situation.
Okay.
Or if it was, but somebody had tagged somebody in the post I made. So I got to go back and kind of, and I think the Hispanic is it development.
Yeah, it's probably part of that. Yeah, Matty Rhodes is, and Guadalupe is right there.
Yeah. So, so when you heard the news about the Royals and the Halls teaming up,
oh my goodness,
what was your thoughts?
Well, I have a store in Crown Center.
Yeah, that's what made me think of you.
The night before or 2 nights before the big announcement, a reporter just showed up and I happened to be there. And he was like, what do you think about this announcement they're making tomorrow? And I was like, what announcement?
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what's going on? And he's like, you haven't heard? The new space is going to be here. And I was like, no, I had no idea. So I didn't know.
But Crown Center is, National Historic Registry, so they can't tear it down. So that's
I think it's a beautiful partnership.
Yeah.
Obviously, Hallmark is huge. I was just talking about them, and the crown is because of Hallmark. I mean, the Hallmark crown is Crown Center. It makes perfect sense. I hope they'll keep me. Please keep me, Mr. Sherman. I'm sorry. One time I got a selfie with you and said it was Mr. Yost.
Oh,
I Yosted Sherman once. I'll send you that picture.
Oh, yes.
I'd had a couple Boulevard Quirks, and he was in the seats next to my season tickets at the Royals, and I was like, "Oh, there's Ned Yost." My husband and my brother looked at me.
A couple old white guys. They're confusing.
I had already gotten up, and I was like, "Hey, can we take a selfie, Mr. Yost?" And Sherman was just like, obviously, he was so happy because he was laughing. Probably.
Oh man!
Then I went back, and they told me that's not. Yost, Katie, that's the owner.
I have heard from people that have like firsthand knowledge of him that he's a pretty cool dude.
He is. I've run into him
Mr. Sherman, I'd love to sit down with you. I'm not a gotcha guy, just like good conversations.
I ran into him again at Brookside Market here.
Okay.
It was like 9 p.m. He and I were the only ones there. And I went up to him and I was like, hey, you may not remember me, but my dad's a 57-year season ticket holder. I took a selfie with you and called you Mr. Yost, and I've been so sorry about it ever since. Sorry. And he's like, it's fine. And my 15-year-old plays for RADS, which is the Royals Amateur Development System.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, we got him on that team. I don't know how. Somehow I did some like Nancy Drew sleuthing and like found someone. Alex Gordon coached my son's age because his kid is my son's age.
Okay.
On the Kansas side, and we live on the Missouri side. So when my son's former team played Alex Gordon's, Alex came up to my kid afterwards like, hey, that was a great hit because Alex's team beat us 12-2. And the 2 runs were because my son hit and got an RBI with 2 kids coming in.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like, I'm going to get him on that team.
Yeah.
And I did some sleuthing, but he got to go to a tryout for the Missouri team, and he's been on that team for 2.5 years now. So
right on.
Royals is like in our blood. So I'm like, I'm so excited. I hope we get to stay.
Yeah, I mean, right?
I really don't want to have to I don't want them to tear. I don't think they'll tear Crown Center down.
They can't. So from the renderings that I saw, at least in the Kansas City Business Journal, it looks like there is questions about the Lego Sea Life area because it's
right across.
But they're going to keep that fountain area. They're going to keep the skating rink, and then because that where Wonderscope. Is it Wonderscope?
No, Kaleidoscope.
Kaleidoscope. Yeah,
was when the Hallmark Visitor Center, I think.
Right. So all of that, and then to the south and to the east is all like office and garage and parking lot
and parking lots.
And so they're talking about taking that whole thing down, and that's where it's going to end up being. So that way, there's like a really big, like, front door basically. Yes. And you think about it too, it's actually at two now, that two streetcar line stops because the other one's over there on like 27th.
It's
or whatever.
right there. Yeah. I just went to Denver for a K-State girls trip to
that's
be
right.
back together.
I messaged you.
You did, and I was there with all my friends. We went to Denver and we stayed in the Rhino District, which is where their stadium is. But they did the same thing, and I was like looking at it. Granted, it was like a Friday or was it Thursday morning? I can't remember, but there wasn't like a hubbub bustling around, but we're there in the morning, to go get coffee and stuff. Yeah. But I looked around at everything and it was kind of the same setup. Like they have a Union Station right by it. They have the trains, the real trains. Plus they have public transportation and all these cute independently owned stores were around it. So I'm hoping that we can do what Denver did.
I think it'd be great to see the Greyhound Jefferson bus lines either get tied in with our downtown bus hub that's at 12th or 13th or bring it into Union Station.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know. I feel like as we start getting older, people are looking at alternative forms of transportation other than just driving everywhere. Yeah. Because the
younger kids.
Especially.
For
sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty wild to work a day over at your shop on Crown Center and be like, oh,
can I go to the Royals game? Or just have free parking because I have a business there. Oh, just kidding. I know everyone's so mad about parking.
The parking thing
everyone's so mad about parking.
I heard a guy from Seattle talking to some people at Border Brewing last night, and there was three of them. They were from the Truman Music Venue.
Okay,
and they were discussing it with Mark, our brewer over there. Yeah. And the guy was like, "Hey, I'm from Seattle. I can tell you, you guys are going to be fine.
We're going to be fine. We don't need cars there.
There's plenty of space. You'll have plenty of room.
Don't worry about cars.
It is this weird thing of Kansas Cityans, both sides of the state line.
It's because of Johnson County. It's because of white flight, Jason.
Yes.
The whole thing is because of Troost Avenue.
But also Lee Summit. They're very, Lee Summit's kind of like Johnson County East, So, yes, it's
true. I will miss a parking lot, and I love literally,
But tailgating is more of a football thing.
My dad's a 50-year
season
ticket holder. Yeah. I've been going there since I was...
is that the whole duration of the Royals?
No, I think it's 69 years. I don't remember. Okay. That's the Chiefs, 69 years is the Chiefs, but they started in Texas. Yeah. I can't remember, but he is his name's are on the chairs. We go, I've never missed an opening day that I know of. He drove when they won the World Series in 85, sorry. He drove.
Come on now.
He owned a concrete company and he took from Olathe his concrete trucks and drove all of his friends in concrete trucks on the plaza and they were spinning the drum and the cops pulled him over no, you cannot have people hanging off this truck. Go, sir. You cannot be here right now.
Man.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I mean, here's the thing too. Municipal Stadium used to be downtown. And the Blues played there forever. Yes. The Monarchs played there forever. The A's played there for a brief time.
Because there's nothing around there to go to before.
Yeah. Now you've got
Kaufman.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Yeah, that's why you tailgate.
Now you can go hang out at your friend's brewery or
brewery, someone's house, someone's condo, apartment. Anything. I don't know what the difference is between an apartment and a condo, but they're different.
If you own one and you're
loft,
who knows? Whatever. But you can rent an Airbnb for the night.
Yeah. I made that walk from the house where we live, and it's not a bad walk. And
it's not a bad walk.
And I'm selfishly, I want a downtown stadium.
It's so fun. And I went to Chapel Roan.
Oh yeah.
Props to this.
Yeah.
And we stayed at my friend has a condo above the rear, or I think it's a pizza place now at 18th and Main or whatever. And we walked from there to the Liberty Memorial, and it was a truck, but not horrible.
Yeah.
But seeing how many people were there and how awesome it was, and nobody cared about parking. No one was mad. Everyone was happy. It was perfect. The car stopped for us.
Yeah.
We were trying to get on the streetcar. It didn't work, but
I will tell you though that walking through the city, that is still one of my picadillos is like, hey man, I'm in the crosswalk. Like you need to stop. You know,
don't
like,
hit me, cars.
I've been crossing holding Poppy before in a truck, like damn near ran us over, and my wife was going to chuck a bottle at him. So yeah,
they got to figure this shit out.
Like there's a lot of road diets that are going on, and some people are lamenting it, like this is your tax dollars at work.
I love it,
and I. There's some businesses along the boulevard, especially like Parker's cousin owns Casey Auto Works. And that hurt them. That hurt them a little bit trying to like move the cars around. They've got it figured out now and it's working good. But you know, that's just one of those things where like some of the residents are throwing up a stink, and I'm like, man, like, don't you want to have like a little? A
lot of them are really old though. No offense, sorry, they're elderly. Yeah. A lot of them are really elderly. I've noticed that on the Facebooks. The people
never read the comments.
The people that are complaining the most look like they're like, you know, people that aren't going to maybe even be around when like this stuff is, you know. And I get it. Everyone should have their own opinion, but the times are changing.
It is wild though.
The times are changing.
That is wild though, like how social media has made everybody an expert.
For real.
Everybody a photographer.
For real.
Everybody an artist.
For real.
Everyone a musician. Everyone a politician.
Yep.
Everyone a mathematician.
It's so true.
Everyone a scientist.
It's very true.
That's the science part is wild.
And the whole point
to
was
me.
like to take pictures and show yourself on your night outs at college, right?
Yeah, right.
Like I have old albums on Facebook that like literally say like record bar for the Ting Tings. You know, like it's like record bar Ting Tings 2007. Speaking of RIP old record bar, I miss it so much, but the new one is fun. Yeah. The original one back where, you know what is now First Watch?
Yes, that's right. It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Ting Tings concert. They were like, so, do you remember them?
Vaguely.
I'm Ting Ting One. The Ting Tings. They sang like, don't call me Stacy. That's not my name.
Yes.
That's not my name.
Yes. Okay.
Well, at Record Bar, the old one, there was like nowhere to enter because it's so small. And there was that smoking patio. And we were all out there on the smoking patio. And I remember Steve Tulpana was like, you guys got to move. The Ting Tings want to come in that door. And we're like, what? And they're like, you got to go inside. The Ting Tings are going to like jump over the fence and come in the smoking patio door. I'm like, okay, cool.
Oh my gosh.
The Ting Tings come in.
Rest in peace to the old Beaumont Club.
Oh my God.
The Riot Room.
Riot Room.
Yeah.
I saw someone just got a Riot Room tattoo and it was really cool.
I saw that. Yeah, they're putting out some t-shirts.
That's about it. But cool, mini bars getting cool. They're always cool, but they got a patio or something.
Mini bar, and then I haven't been to Skate Bar yet. I've heard good things about it. I haven't been to Fair. Well, so Skate Bar is where, if I understand correctly, I think it's where the old Arizona Trading Company in Westport used to be.
Oh.
And then there's Farewell, which is out by the stadiums.
I've heard of this, and I've heard that one is very cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen that a lot. I think my friend.
It's a lot of punk.
Noah maybe
it's a lot of punk over there.
I get real jealous of it when I'm going my back road to the Kaufman. Yeah. So I might not see it very much anymore. So that's my back way.
I know. I love that back road to get there. I hate the highway. Like if I can take it, like I'm all day long.
Now I can just hop in a streetcar though.
Yeah, that is pretty wild. I mean, God, it's just like.
It's all changing really fast.
I will tell you, the dude from Seattle was like, I mean, I'm a lifer from Seattle. I was born and raised there. He goes, when we were younger, it was awesome, and now it sucks.
Really?
And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. So hopefully that doesn't happen to you guys.
Why does he say it sucks?
Just because like a bunch of transplants, a bunch of things change, a lot of buildings go in, a lot of development. I mean, times they are changing, as you say. You know, like
this is true.
Like I got a personal mission, two personal missions. The River Market needs a playground because it doesn't have a playground.
Yep.
It has like a little park, but there's no playground for kids. And then any surface parking lots, paid parking lots that aren't connected to a business, they got to go.
They got to go.
I hate that shit.
What was that song?
Joni Mitchell.
On and on. No. We don't want a parking lot.
No.
Yeah, River Market does need a playground.
There's no playground.
There's one in Columbus Park, but that's it. And that's not right in the River Market.
No. I'm telling you, right there on 3rd Street where the dog park is, there's a little offshoot.
Yeah.
You could block that off.
You could totally do it.
And you could just, all you need is a playground and some swings. That's all. We could grill it some night in the middle of the night.
As a mother, one of my biggest pet peeves about playgrounds is, and no offense because you're a man, but I feel like men design them, they don't have children. They always put like metal slides.
Yeah.
And then no canopy.
Yeah.
Like nothing. And I'm like, I go to big cities and like in Denver, and we were in Winter Park. The playgrounds were so cool.
Yeah.
They like fit in with the environment. They like make it look like they use wood, which isn't going to get hot and burn your booty. They maybe put a canopy that looks like a tree leaf over something so that the kids don't get burned and sunburned. And like, why do we have like metal slides and like the hottest plastic? And like, I hate these rubber like playgrounds. I know why they do it because then they don't have to worry about the grass or the gravel, but it's made of rubber. And I'm afraid, seriously, this is a serious thought, but also I have like, anxiety and ADHD. I swear that these soccer fields, they're emitting so much gas from those rubber pellets that our kids are all going to like end up with cancer when they're 20. I'm so scared of it.
Yeah.
Because my kids have been playing on those fields at Swope forever.
Yeah.
And I don't think they've studied what these like pellets, they're rubber pellets.
That's true. Yeah.
And my kids come home and shake out their shoes, their soccer shoes, and I have these pellets all over and I'm like, it's
what
tires.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I guess none of us are dying from tire dust.
Not yet. But anything's possible.
I worry about it and I'm like, I can't not let them play soccer because these are all like this now.
Yeah.
But deep thoughts by me when I can't sleep at night. What's happening to my children. And sometimes you can see— How many kids you got again? 2 boys. You can see a gaseous like thing rising off of it.
It's just
because it gets to be 110.
It's just heat. We're okay.
Please don't do it to the baseball. Don't ever turn baseball that way.
Well, didn't we have AstroTurf for the longest time?
I don't know.
At Kaufman, right?
Is AstroTurf plastic? What is AstroTurf though? Turf? Is turf plastic?
I don't know.
These are rubber. I don't know. Whatever. We're all going to die anyway.
I don't know how we're talking about.
We're all going to die anyways.
So on that positive note, what's the next artist thing you got going on with Strawberry Swing?
This coming weekend.
What dates? What are the dates?
We're partnering with so there's a place called Bar Lobo. It's at 817 in Campbell, right by the Truman.
Yeah.
And we're doing something there on Sunday, the 23rd, or is that the 24th?
Of May.
This 24th
of May.
We're
doing this interview in May.
Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
And then I'm going after that to Persephone to see June and July. June and July, we're probably not going to do a swing. I don't have anything on the books right now because my biggest focus is this big cup of games that's coming. That is going to be literally by my stores with soccer balls, this championships of the worlds of soccers.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah, football.
And as everyone else in the entire world calls it but us.
They call it American football.
American football.
No, maybe that's what they call it, actually, like our football is.
Our football is American football.
Yeah,
they call football that, but everyone else calls soccer football.
Yeah.
So we're going to have our store in Crown Center. Obviously, FanFest is right outside at the World War I Museum. And we haven't, it just got announced, but I haven't announced it through Shop Local, but it's announced. The City of Entrepreneurs is through the city. They have rented out Union Station for the entirety of FanFest, and we're going to have a gigantic presence in there. We're basically going to have a third store. Awesome. And so it's going to be 20 by 20 by 20. It's going to be 400 by 20 feet. And I'm going to basically pop up a Shop Local KC in there along with a lot of other local small businesses. I think Maybry will be there, Mesner Bee Farm. They're going to fill that grand hall of Union Station like I used to do for Holiday Swing and make it kind of like a bazaar sort of.
Yeah.
And Jessica Rogers, I don't know if you've met her. She worked for O'Neill for a long time, but she's kind of like the creative planner of it through the city. They hired her to plan this like market. And so she's got these really big ideas of like how she wants to appeal to like people who have markets in their big countries. Like every other country has these beautiful markets with like food and like flowers. So we're going to have flowers and then all the local makers stuff. And it's going to be free to attend. So we're hoping that the people that can't get into FanFest, because like there's going to be, you can't,
who knows?
You can't get everybody in there at the same time, that they're going to come into Union Station. Plus it'll be indoor. So if there's hot weather, it's raining, they can come in and shop us too. And like, my focus is on that right now because it's a lot. It's every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for 4 whole weeks of the Cup of the Worlds.
Cup of the Worlds.
Which we cannot say because it's trademarked. And so I'm really excited for that. So my next swing
that's like when the NFL season ends and you watch the superb
can't even say the
owl.
bowl.
The superb
we can't
owl.
even say the bowl of super. Like I have a show on Fox 4 every Tuesday called Crafty Tuesday.
What?
I get to say, see you next Tuesday. Every Tuesday. I'm with Tony Talley and Carrie and I love them so much. And it's Great Day KC. And I accidentally said the real superb owl and they didn't get fined, but they were
man.
Like, because you can get stations aren't allowed to say it can get fined.
Yeah, I remember that from my radio days.
Totally,
like certain things you can't say. So
you know what it's like.
I would always say superb owl.
Superb owl.
Superb owl.
Yep.
From What We Do in the Shadows.
It's so good. It's
a great owl we're going to see tonight.
We're going to see wonderful. Great owl. Yeah, you really can't say, and we can't say the other thing, and we can't put it on the shirt. So you should see what some of my makers have come up with. One of upstairs that you can see when you leave, you're going to love it. It looks like the one from 1994, that like the Cup of the World shirt. And so it looks so 90s. And it just says like I don't know what it says, but it's obvious what it means.
Okay.
We have another one that says, somebody was joking at Crown Center this morning. I was there. We had a candle called Soccer in the City. And the girls were like, oh, they're just like playing off Sex in the City and the big soccer game. And I was like, yep, they are.
Yeah.
There's so much they're doing to get around it. And it's really cute.
Good.
And it's really fun.
That's what art does, right?
Yep. That's what art does.
Yeah.
And we can use the flags of the nations and the worlds and all that stuff. The countries. The countries. And my husband is a first-gen American. He's Dutch. So Hup Holland, well, he's American, but his parents are all in Rotterdam, Holland.
Okay.
Everyone in his life lives in Rotterdam, Holland, except mom and dad both live here. He and his sister. So we are like ingrained in Holland. So I'm really excited about Hup Holland, and seeing them. And ironically, when we were talking about boxing earlier, my kids have been growing up because there was this like famous boxer in Holland called Maby van Dieren. Maby van Dieren. And I don't know why, but like we always talked about Beep. And so my kids have like had these little boxing gloves and little boxing things. They like love boxing each other. But they've never done it like for real, only themselves.
Well, you know. Now
Maby van Dieren. He's like a Holland like legend apparently. Or Netherlands. I think they're going to call it Netherlands.
Is that what it is?
Dutch? Netherlands.
You're looking at me.
Holland,
I don't know.
it's all the same thing.
It's all the same, right? Yeah.
But yeah, I've got some product upstairs that's like a little like Holland stuff. It's got a little puppy on it, and I don't know why, but I don't know if that's the Holland like dog or the team, whatever. I'll ask my mother-in-law.
Country dog.
Yeah, my Dutch mama. I call her my Dutch mama.
There you go. Well, thanks for joining me today.
It was so fun.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we go way back, bro.
I know.
I feel like we met in high school, though.
I don't remember if we did.
Well, you're a little older than me.
I graduated in 96.
Oh, 98. You're not that much older.
Yeah. So my brother Jeff was 98.
Oh, yeah. I knew him. So maybe I met you a little bit through that, but definitely a KSU.
Definitely a KSU.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay, so fun. Thank you. Come see us. Strawberry Swing, follow us. And then Shop Local KC, follow us.
Boom.
Hey folks, if you're looking for something fun to do on June 13th, there is a Sip and Paint event benefiting Band of Angels. Band of Angels provides musical instruments to students who can't otherwise afford them. There will be snacks, sips, music, and a chill atmosphere at Revo Cup South on 135th Street in Overland Park. This event is a free community event with a recommended donation to Band of Angels and is hosted by a 2026 rock star, Andrea Biagioli.
A shout out once again, Miss Katie, for joining us on Kansas City with Jason Nivens. I appreciate it greatly. Now, this was a quick turnaround time from when we initially had our interview. So shout out, of course, to super producer Parker for making that possible. And Brookside's an interesting place, man. If Kansas City was born on the river and the railroad, suburbia got started in Brookside. It was developed as a place for city folk to get out of the city and go to, little plots of land for them to have their families hang out on, and then started adding all the conveniences of suburbia in terms of like the shopping malls, the shopping areas, which I don't even think they were called shopping malls back then. It was initially really heavily populated by utilizing the streetcar, and then of course when the automobile took over, it became what it is today, and the streetcar line ended up becoming the trolley trail, which I think is like 9 miles, and there was discussion as they were expanding the streetcar about potentially reclaiming that trolley trail and using it for a streetcar, but I think there was some pushback in the neighborhood. Then I heard there's a possibility that it might come back. Either way, Brookside is really the first suburban area in Kansas City. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but it predates the plaza, so it's an old spot, over 100 years old. Now, I found this property for sale over near Brookside, under $200,000. So if you're looking to maybe move in that area, don't forget, I am a realtor. Or if you got some big cash, that building right there is over $1 million. So that's pretty fancy. That is it for Kansas City with Jason Nivens. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, do the whole like, share, subscribe thing, and let us know who to talk with next. KCJNmedia@gmail.com. KCJNmedia@gmail.com.
Thanks for tuning in to Kansas City with Jason Nivens. And big thanks to Katie Mayberry and Porter Brewing Company. Like, share, and subscribe. And hey, we'll catch you next time.